Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Tim Musan. I just started a business called Power Within LLC. Just wanted to give a quick rundown of what it is and what I'm doing. I'm offering myself as a spiritual life coach. I just wanted to figured I'd make like some 10 to 15 minute videos whenever I can. Post them up here so you guys can hear what I have to offer. If it rings true to you, great, come talk to me. If not, hey, even try to put it in use. But this ain't for everybody. Some people it's just gonna sound like craziness. But like I said, if it rings true to you, then hey, all the better. Let's roll forward. So basically, what I am trying to do for people is get away from suffering on any level. Whether it be addiction, anxiety, depression. Just overall, you want to be happier during the day, or you generally are seeking spiritual understandings and you want to further your knowledge or go farther down your journey or raise your level of consciousness, whatever you're looking for. This stuff, this is all the stuff I learned along my path here. I've been studying this for years. It's literally the vast majority of my day. I'm working all day, I'm taking care of a big family, but I listen to this all day, I study it, I put it into practice, and I think I can help some people if they're looking for it. So the first concept, the first thing that anybody would want to do if you are trying to improve your happiness through spirituality is we need to remove the blocks to happiness. The human being is naturally a loving, happy, and peaceful creature, but through programming and resisting feelings and emotions, we end up, in the state of world where it is today, which, there's nothing wrong with that. This is the perfect world to grow karmically, and, you constantly faced with choices. Do you go towards God with loving and happy, kind, forgiving choices, or do you go farther away from God with selfish, negative, angry choices, whatever, all along those lines. There's no right answer here. Everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be at this moment in time. That's why this will appeal to some people. Other people, they'll have zero interest in it. But the first concept here is the emotional blocks that we have towards happiness. Essentially, we go through life, we experience a negative feeling or emotion, and it's unpleasant. We don't like it. We try to get away from it. So what we'll do is we'll resist it. We'll wish, oh man, I wish I didn't feel this way. Wish it would stop. Or I shouldn't feel this way, or I feel bad about feeling this way, which is adding more negativity onto it. So naturally we just try to avoid it. We get away from it. Say, I don't want to feel like this. But that is actually the number one issue we have, is when we try to resist these emotions and feelings. That prolongs them. We're pouring energy into them and trying to stop them. That's it doesn't help anything. It doesn't solve anything. What it actually does is we build up all this energy within us, all these negative emotions, these negative feelings, and it's kind of like a pressure canister. It just gets so full that depending on how much you have there, it may be overflowing throughout your daily life. Just littlest things will set you off. You get super angry about it. Or most random things you're just super scared of, or whatever. It's because of a built-up amount of emotions and energy and feeling that we just haven't quite processed. So the first thing we would want to do, if we do want to overcome these blocks to our happiness, is we want to let go of the feeling. And I'm going to say feeling a lot. Feeling, energy, emotion, they all kind of run hand in hand. Later videos I'll probably explain a little further, but I'll get as far as I can today. Essentially, when we come across negative feeling or emotion or whatever, and obviously we've gone our whole lives and we've tried to just get rid of these emotions, try to push them away, and we haven't had much luck. At least I haven't, and everybody I've met hasn't. Some people, they live different lives, but generally everybody's repressing something on some level, unless they've come to the understanding of how to release the pressure and get past our feelings and emotions. But essentially what you're doing is, so when the feeling comes on, if you're in a position where you've come across, you're running around in the world, and whatever happens, and it sets you off, and then you have this whole onslaught of feelings and emotions. We can face it right then and there and handle it there. Or if we have repressed, trauma or unconscious guilt or even conscious guilt or whatever, sometimes we can just sit there and use our imagination and get the same process or the same outcome by just processing these emotions. Sometimes we can do it just by thinking about it. Sometimes you can think about something and you can get that same feeling. There you go, there's your chance, all right? So it can go either way, whether you're sitting thinking or you can be going through your day and you can still just do this in your head. That's the great part about it. You don't have to set time out of your day to specifically do this. If you have a very challenging one, you may have to, but for the most part, you can just do it all in your head throughout the day. So we come across feeling or emotion. Let's say it's fear. All right, say we're driving down the street and we start to lose control of our car on these icy roads. We get a strong surge of fear. Instead of trying to repress this fear and push it away, we sit with it. So you focus directly on the feeling, right? The feeling itself. Don't try to label it. And I know it's hard. It was hard for me. I had a really hard time not labeling these emotions. I'll say in my head, I'm feeling fear, I'm feeling guilt, or I'm feeling anger. Doesn't help anything. All those are just programs. There's already a whole collective idea as to what these are and what they entail. So if you tell yourself, I'm feeling fear, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the whole program of fear, and then your body will go through experience everything that you believe fear is. So if we can just try to not label these things, focus in on the feeling itself, sit in there and just sit with the feeling, let it be there. Don't resist it. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to change it. Say you got the fear, you got butterflies in your stomach, your muscles are feeling really weak, you're shaky, whatever it is, these are all just different bodily sensations, right? And that's what the true feeling is. That is what essentially the energy we're feeling. We just tend to label it as fear because that's, what everybody does in the world. That's the collective conscious belief of fear. So don't label it, focus on it, feel it, let it be there. And essentially what we're doing is we're letting it go to God. We're surrendering that feeling to God. We're saying, God, I can't overcome this feeling on my own. I can't overcome this. I can't stop it. I can't change it. And no matter what I've tried, no matter what my small self, the ego self, has done to stop this, it just has not worked. So what I want to do is I'm just going to say it's okay. If it's going to be here forever, then let it be here forever. I can't stop it anyways. So if that's what it is, that's what life will be. But if God is gracious and loving and it is His will to remove this feeling from me, then so be it. Thank you, God. I will appreciate it. But if not, I am okay with it still being there. That is the key part of letting go, is you're okay whether you get what you're hoping for or if you don't. All right? And the key thing is, though, you don't want to desire said outcome, because then you are, you're not okay without getting your outcome. You got to be completely open to whatever happens. You got to be completely open to God's will. And, the more you try this, the easier it'll get, the more you'll know you're actually doing it. But quick rundown again, just sit with the feeling, focus on it, let it be there. Don't resist it. It's okay if it's there. It's okay if it goes, Obviously, hey, it'd be great if it goes, but if not, I can deal with it. I'm going to face it. I believe that at some point this is going to run out, and that's exactly what will happen. If you sit with these emotions or feelings long enough, they'll run out of steam. And you just, instead of just letting a little bit out at a time, you're just open the door wide open, say, just let it all pour out. Just give me all the feeling you got. Let me experience everything that's there. And it will run out. There's only so much energy behind that feeling. So if we just let it be there, let it all come at us at once, we can even ask for more. Say, hey, give me more of this feeling. I'm right here in the thick of it. Let me get as much as I can. By doing so, we essentially, by surrendering to God and surrendering to the feeling, it runs itself out. And you'll find that these feelings and experiences which we have tried to avoid our whole lives because we thought they were going to be so bad because of the times we have fought them and lost so horribly in trying to overcome these feelings, that we've built up a whole idea around them that we don't want to face it. Because I said, man, the last time I tried that, it was so miserable, it was so unpleasant, I don't want to face that again. But when we just face it, directly head on, we find that it's really not that bad, and it only lasts so long, and then it's done and we're over with it, and the fear is gone entirely, or the anger, or whatever it is, you know. In the beginning, we're going to do this more often, and we're going to have a little more trouble, you know, completely removing the feeling or the experience. But that's just, you know, that's just in the beginning as we're learning. And like I said, it gets easier as time goes. This is the first concept, removing the blocks to your happiness. I encourage anybody who's interested to give it a try. You know, you can do it with anything, anytime. Just try it out, and if it works for you, hey, great. Like I said, I'm gonna keep making these videos. So, you know, if you like what you're hearing, you know, check out. I'm probably gonna try to make a Facebook group at some time. I don't really know how to do any of that, but I'm gonna get it figured out. Figure if I, you know, just get this out there and start putting out what I know. Like I said, I know it's true for me, and if it sounds true to you, test it out, give it a try, you know, and just keep checking this out. I'll just try to keep getting as much as I can whenever I can. I am a pretty busy guy, so I don't get a ton of time. But like I said, you know, I did start this business. I don't have office space yet. I don't have any clients yet. You know, I just started it. But putting it out there, sounds like something you'd be interested in. Feel free to give me a call. I'll leave, you know, contact information, my website, and all that stuff on the post. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys, and enjoy your day. And you know, hopefully I'll hear from somebody. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later.